Well, you're kind of looking up in the air, so I'm going to lower you down just a little bit. Let's see if that's any better. That's a little better. I will have to occasionally look off to the side because that's where you guys are. So we're going to go over the things I got finished this week. And then we'll talk about the last thing that I didn't get finished and what I'm going to do with it. So anyway, I want to welcome everybody that's coming over for the either hashtag Friday Sews or the hashtag Fabric Wheel of Fate. I am doing that, the Fabric Wheel of Fate, but I'm doing mine with whips, meaning I've got this tub on the floor behind me that I'm working my way through. And will say with the one I have left over that I had on my wheel for this week, I only have 8 left in that box that I had started with. There is another 2 projects in there, but I had not included those in the 21 projects. So out of 21 projects, I have 8 left to do. So I thought we'd go through my finishes and just share them with you. Hi, JL. So, of course, out of the very first week, I had to order another pattern because I had misplaced the 3rd pattern sheet. So what I did is I kept one envelope and I shoved both of the pattern pieces in here. So I have all of the pages of instruction plus 2 patterns worth of pattern pieces now. So I could, if I wanted to, cut a size out straight from the pattern. So this was New Look 6619. And this was from it was from the 90s, I'm pretty sure. But I had started 2 dresses, one for each of my 2 K nieces. I have 2 nieces, Kayla and Candace. They both begin with K. And I had started these when they were little girls, and they are both grown now. One has 2 little boys of her own. So I'll show you those dresses. For some reason, I think I have a size 8 and a size 10, if I remember right. So I'm going to just stand up so I can show those to you. This was the first one I finished, and it was a smaller dress. I got to put in my chair again. So this was the first finish, and it is fully lined jacket, and the top of the dress is lined. So it's basically the same dress in 2 different sizes. So there's this one and this one here. I will say that this pattern was relatively easy, and I think they turned out really cute. So I will set those aside. I have plans for all these makes I don't have owners for. And so, yeah, go ahead. Scott's going to heat up his coffee, so bear with him. So that was my first finish, but it was actually from my first week of doing the wheel to choose which work in progress I did next. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Deb. So Scott's heating coffee, which is fine. And then what was my next finish? I think we did the sewing machine cover. And this is an old Waverly pattern from Butterick 5506. And we did the sewing machine cover, and I did this as a sew along on my channel. And this is that. I don't have a sewing machine over here with me, so I'll just hold it up. So that's the front and the back. And it is, if you put a pocket on the other side, you could have it as a reversible cover. So like say you got sick of the quilted side, you could put it this way. And I can still put it this way, it just won't have a pocket on the outside of it. But this will be gifted to my sister. I am going to wash all this stuff. I've already washed the dresses, so I'm going to put them in their Ziploc bags, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with those later. So I'll wash this up, and it'll be ready to go to my sister. She's got quite the pile for her birthday that was last month. We haven't gotten together yet. Let's see. The next finish, I'm trying to do these in order, but they may not be in order, which is fine. So this one, I had started a pair of shorts for my son, but they don't quite fit him, but they fit me. So I'm going to be a cool non-grandma. But anyway, this is Simplicity 9499. People always want to know, when was that put out? You know, and I know you're supposed to circle all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Got to get it in the right lens to see it. I don't see a copyright on it. I'm sure it has one somewhere. But anyway, it's probably from the 90s.
Back when we were young.
Yeah. But anyway, here's those shorts. And they fit me. So these will be my shorts. This is the back. Woo! I got skull shorts. Woo! I can wear these with my t-shirt that says perfect is boring. And I always do this. I don't like labels, but I can handle a little loop of ribbon. So I put that at the back of things when I make them, just so I know front from back. So those were the skull shorts, which is going to be funny in just a few minutes because something else has skulls on it. So anyway, the next finish, let's see. I don't know if it was this red top or not, but the red top came from the skirt. I didn't get the pattern out for it. I'll have to put it in the description box. This is an It's So Easy Simplicity 7141. This shirt is so flippin' easy, and you can make it either in this shorter length like I have here or this longer length. Generally, I make the longer length because of tummy, you know, mom tummies. But this one, for some reason, I cut it out in the shorter length, which is unusual for me because I usually always cut the longer length. No. So I made the little top up. It's really super easy. It's a front and a back, and then you hem the sleeves, the bottom, and around the neckline. That was it. Or does it have a facing? I can't remember. It has a facing. Sorry, my bad. I have made so much stuff, you guys, I forgot which way's up. So it's okay. It's okay. So I made this shirt, and then I think the next thing was the skirt, which was a dress. And it was a Christmas dress I made several years back, and the top it always felt like it was too much print to have this up by my face. So what I did is I just took the skirt off the bottom, and I took one of these long ties, which happened to be exactly the measurement I needed to get around me. And I made a waistband here. Sorry, Gretchen, I'm going to show your bits. Sorry. So I made this waistband, and it's got a zipper in the back. I think it's a 7-inch zipper and a button at the back. And I kept the pockets on it, so it has 2 awesome pockets. So I have a place to put, you know, tissues, my cell phone, a small wallet. It looks really good on. This whole outfit looks really good on. I kept the skirt long, so it goes down like mid-shin on me. So those two kind of ended up going together. And I really love how it turned out. I did almost put a run in this top because this is a silky type fabric. It almost feels like real silk with a kind of paisley print on it. And right at the top, my dry skin caught it. And I was like, oh, for bloomin' sakes. But I've saved it, and I don't see any runs in it, so knock on wood. So then the next thing, I think, was the teddy bear, which was Simplicity 5247. And I'm pretty sure this one was still in the books. It's not a hard pattern at all. The only thing I ended up hand sewing together was putting his head on his body, because the opening is so small. I would have had to really concentrate, and I was afraid my presser foot was almost too long to even make a little section before I'd have to turn the head again. So I just sewed the head on by hand. That rabbit I made week before, I completely hand sewed that one. But his name is Milton, and I have not made him a vest yet, but I think I might make him a little vest, like cowboy type, and maybe put some fringe on it. So Milton is going to have a vest eventually. His legs do wiggle, but he's a little pudgy up here, so his arms don't wiggle too much. Yes, and I even put a loop of ribbon in the back of this dress, this top. I put a little loop. Especially with children's clothes, I love to put a little loop in the back of pants, so just so they know front and back. It's so easy. You could even do it with bought clothes if it comes and it doesn't have a tag in the back. I don't like clothing tags next to my skin, so when I buy stuff, I generally cut them out, but I can replace it with just a little loop of like silky, something that's soft. So this is Milton. I'm debating whether to tattoo his name on his arm or his back or butt or somewhere, and which means hand stitching. And the cat's got to dig on her digger, of course. So there's that. Now, yesterday, I took the day off as part of the boycott, and yesterday was full of cuss words. So many that you would not even recognize it was me here yesterday, because of the next pattern. It's the last thing I got done, and I said, I'm not going to make it getting those pajamas done because I am done. I am so flipping done with this sewing machine sitting here, all of it. But it's Butterick B5054, and I did this view right here. And y'all are going to get a hoot out of this. This pattern, I do remember, was 1998. No, 2007. This one was 2007. So what's going to really crack you guys up is the fact that this bag, it turned out good, has an MP3 player holder right here on the side. So you could put your MP3 player in there and have your earbuds come out and stick them in your ears while you have your bag over your shoulder. You just came in, you bloomin' cat. And it does have an adjustable strap. So I can make this longer. Will I make this bag ever again in this lifetime? Debatable. The instructions suck. Sorry, Butterick. They suck. And I'm not a huge bag maker. So I had to walk away from this not once, not twice, but 3 different times. All right. It's got the MP3 player pocket on this side. It's got a zipper under this little flap. Stop. And the pocket is here, and it's fully lined. It's got some different skulls on the inside, but you can't see them. I had cut a couple of the pattern pieces. One I had forgotten to cut out, and one I had cut out upside down. So instead of having 2 different fabrics, this bag has 3 different fabrics. But luckily, I had more skull fabric in my stash. So MP3 pocket, we got a little side pocket, and then under the strap, where nobody can get to it when it's over your shoulder, there's another big zipper pocket that opens up, fully lined. And on the inside, it has 2 more pockets. And one is a kind of bumped out pocket. So if you had something that was kind of chunky but narrow, it would fit in that pocket. And I just love how that pocket turned out, and you can't even see it. So let's see. It's got a skull at the bottom of the pocket. I just thought it was cool looking. Now, you make the outside and the inside. You turn the bag right side out. You leave the lining wrong side out. And then you fit it all inside. And the only thing holding the lining in is you have to hand whip stitch it to the zipper tape all the way around the opening. So it's all held in there just by your hand stitching. And I have so many pin pricks in my finger. It's just not even funny. The only thing I have not done yet is you're supposed to make some kind of decorative tassel or decoration for your zipper pulls. So I got to do that yet. But it just slings over your shoulder like that. And you can go. And I'm thinking this would make an awesome project bag to put like some crochet hooks and some cotton in it. And I could tote those along with me. So I'm going to keep this one for myself too as a project bag, because whoever I was making this for, I'm sure they're grown by now and won't want a skull bag. So there's that. Oh, I know. I would make some more if it wasn't so. Oh, and doing the worst part of the instructions was the MP3 pocket. It said put in the darts, and then I know how to do. No, was it darts or did they call it something else? I don't know. But then the diagram that went with it was awful. It was just awful. So I finally did it the best I could, and I think it looks fine. Does it look exactly like theirs? I don't know, but it's on there. I love how I managed to line up the skulls there and down the zipper thing. And I got everybody is right side up. None of the pieces were upside down. So that was a plus. And it had very detailed, you got to have the fabric this way for this piece and that. And apparently that I did not pay attention when it came to this, the bottom part of this hidden pocket on the side, because I did cut one piece out upside down. But luckily I had more skull fabric. So let's talk about what was left and what will be on the wheel. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about it. This was the tub of stuff. There are 7 projects left in here. Excuse the cat hair in the air. And then this was the one that was left over. This is more of the Simplicity 3987 little boy pajamas. And there's 2 pair in here. One has I think it says bad to the bone with some skulls on it. And then this one has dragons on it. And this is the larger size. The other was a little boy's size. And I don't remember what size those were. But I made the short sleeve top with long pants, because we are in South Carolina and nobody wants to be that covered up here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that last one, which was bag 19, and we're just going to roll it over into the next week, because I have 7 left. So I can have 8 on my wheel again. So we'll go through these. 7, which is the Christmas stocking that we started together when I was living in Greenville. And I'm not sure. I think I still have some hand sewing to do on this. I do. I need to finish sewing these pearls. Oh no, did it break? I'll have to, it's kind of wrapped in the string. But this was a stocking we started together, and I'd like to finish it. So I will have to shop my stash to find fabric to line it and to give it a back. So that was number 7. I just want to show what's left in here. The next one is Sits on Your Shoulder Dragon, which is Simplicity 8715. I think this one's still in the books. And this is going to be a red dragon. So there's that one. And I have some other fabrics in here that I'm not sure why I have them. Number 11 is a Vogue V8376, which is another bag. I'm kind of cringing at the bags now, and I'm hoping this doesn't come up first because, yeah, that was special. Yeah. And I think everything's still in the bag. I hope. I really had to dig in my stash for the mechanisms for here. The only thing I did not have was just a single rectangle, but I just used another of these for that portion of it, and I think it's working fine. So if I'm short on anything else, we'll see. I don't even know what view this is or anything. So that's number 11. Number 14 is next, and this is I'm cringing about because it's knit, a very thin knit. New Look 6101. And if I remember right, it's the slacks. It's a pair of these comfy looking slacks. And then the next one, this one won't take long to finish. I know it's got those sleeves on it right there. New Look 6179. And I really, really want this to fit me when it's done because it's got this beautiful floral fabric. So we'll see. We'll see. That was bag 15. And then we have a skirt. Bag 17, Simplicity 2185. It's kind of a swishy skirt that it's got panels, but the panels kind of curve. So there's a lot of things that are going to have bias on them. So you have to sew extra slow so you don't stretch that bias. Quilters will know bias can be your nightmare. It can also be your nightmare with something like this. So that's 17. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the last, it's Simplicity 9891. And yes, it's a costume pattern. But I was making this to wear to my sister's medieval wedding a while ago. Probably close to 20 years ago. That's just so hard to believe. But I can actually show you where I'm at because it doesn't fit in the bag. And I was in the middle of hand sewing. I think when I stopped, looks like I got done. I hand sewed all of the trim on. And it's got lacing that goes back and forth here. I might shorten it so it's a dress I can wear. I might make some alterations as I go. It does have these massive ties that are pinned in place just to keep them out of my way. So this might be something that I alter as I'm sewing to make it, more useful than to, wear once to a medieval wedding and not let that be it. But I'm going to put these that I have fit here on here. So what I was thinking is if I can find my phone, I'll put these numbers in and we'll do a roll. I don't know where my phone is though. Hold please. And we're going to start at 7 and go to 20. Seven to 20. And then we're going to get rid of that stupid ad. And we're going to go down here. And we got 7. And we're going to take out, put 8 in there. 8. That's 9. So we need to take out 10. And we need 11. So we'll leave that. And this is 14. So here we need 13. No, I need that to say 13. And we need the 15, so we'll take that out. And we need the 17, so we'll take that and the 20. 20, 17, 18. Take 19 out. Then if I look at my wheel, I should have just the numbers I need. So 7, 9, 11. Oh, I need that 12 to go away. Sorry, guys, this takes a minute. We'll take the 12 out. So after 11, we should have 14, 15. We need 17, not 16. So $16. 17 and 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What am I missing? I need 19. Go back down. I do need 19. We'll take that and go back here. 19. All right. Sorry, guys. 9, 7, 9, 11, 14, 15, 17, 19, 20. 7, 9, 11, 14, 15, 17, 19, and 20. We'll put those PJs back in there. All right. So we can do a spin real quick. Hi, Joyce. Sorry about that. So we'll do this so you guys can see it. What's it going to do? There we go. So the first project for next week, it's the little boy pajamas. It'll be this one. That'll be the first project for next week. So, yay! It's actually, I'm going to remove that choice from the wheel. Then we'll just close it. And it seems to save it. So I don't have to do it again. So that is that. Now I want to talk about the things I'm finishing that I don't have a home for. So right now I have them in this old Lexington Medical Center. I think this was the bag I got when I had my son 38 years ago. So what I'm doing is I wash them with an allergen remover because we have cats. And as soon as they're clean, they go in a Ziploc bag. And this was not one of my whips. This was something I had finished, but it's already been washed. And I put it in here. And it's from McCall's 5612. It's a blue short set in a size 3 for a little girl. So it's just a simple little top and bottom. And let's see. I've also got this little pant set that's finished. It's New Look 6473 in a size 4. Green, and I did add a bunch of trim to the top and the pants. This has actual pants in it, size 4. And then I have the little blue and white set that we rescued with OxyClean. It's a size 5. And then the 2 little boy PJs, which are in here. And these were a size 3. These 2 here. But what I'm going to do is I'm setting this stuff aside, and I'm thinking about doing like a sale on my channel between Halloween and Christmas. So everything I make during the year that I don't really have a home for, or if I don't give it to somebody, you know, that I know that's, you know, like had a baby or, you know, whatever. I'm thinking of doing a sale on my channel to maybe raise even a little bit of money from making them, because I do have the cost of materials in there and my time, but I'll never recover my time. But I would love it if my viewers could, you know, maybe take a chance and get something. I don't know if that sounds like a great idea to you guys or not. I know I have quite a few viewers overseas that I would not be able to ship to because shipping would be nutso. And the buyer would have, you know, the buyer overseas would definitely have to cover the shipping. So there's that. And that's my idea for these things. The stuffed animals and stuff, I probably won't sell. I told Scott I'm going to make some of those bins, and I'm going to create a rack over there and just stick the animals so they're like my audience over there. So that's my plan for that. So those were my makes. Now, I may have got some fabric in the mail. So Fabric Mart was having a sale, and they had offered $4.95 or something, $4.99 shipping. So I did order some more knits, and I have a pattern in mind. Let me open my Trello because I didn't pull it out. And Trello is the free app you can organize your stuff in, and I do my sewing patterns. So let me go to the knit dresses. Knit tops, knit dresses. If I can remember which one it was. I should have wrote down which one I was going to do. Simplicity 8595. It's just a simple summer dress. And I would do the shorter lengths. But I got this one, and I didn't realize it's kind of a waffle knit. The camera doesn't like it much. But I thought that would be a cute little dress. And I think I got 1 3/4 yards. When you order from them, the by the yard stuff, they give you a little sticker. And I like that because then you can put that information in your sewing book. So you have the care information. There it is. So that they tell you what the SKU number was, what the fabric content is, and how to care for it. 1 3/4 yard. It's cobalt, lemon curd, French raspberry, multi-polyester, lycra, stylized circles, print, Liverpool double knit, 58 inches wide, $7 a yard, gentle wash, tumble dry on low. But I thought that would be a cute dress, don't you think? I just have to be careful that the circles don't line up right on the girls. So we'll see how that works out. So this needs to be pre-washed and run through the dryer because I want any shrinking that could possibly happen to happen before I spend hours working on it. So I got that. And then I got this one, which I'm kind of cringing because it's real slinky, but It's white, royal, purple, Pacific blue, multi-polyester lycra, ornate floral print, DTY knit. When you pull it, it doesn't turn totally white, which is good because the next one does. But I got 3 pieces of fabric, and this is this one here. It's kind of groovy. And again, I thought it'd be a cute dress for summer. So there's that. I'm going to just put it there. I got to pull their stickers off and wash them. And then this was the last one. And I got this to make that same dress, but this may turn out to be a top instead. And I'll show you why here in a minute. This says deep navy, Venetian red, alabaster, black rayon, cotton, lycra, ornate scrolls, print, jersey knit. Watch what happens when you stretch it. It goes all see-through crazy. So that's why I'm thinking maybe just a semi-fitted top instead of that dress. But still, it's so pretty. I thought it'd be a pretty dress. As long as I don't stretch it, it would have to be made loose so it wouldn't stretch over any surface. And the camera doesn't like it either. So those were that. And I've told you about the makes and my idea of saving everything. So anyway, I think that's about all I have to share for this week. And I guess I'll be making little boys' PJs again. I do need to take a moment and clean my machine out, use the brush to gather lint, and I'm going to use my vacuum to clean out as much as I can. And I need to look up and see if there's oiling instructions. And it definitely needs a fresh needle in there because it was struggling toward the end of the bag. And that is all I have. So I guess I'll let you guys go. I've got to dig the mouse out. So, hi, Janet. I was looking to see Janet. Which Janet? So I guess Milton in here and I will go and wash some fabric. And I will see you guys in the next video, probably Monday morning, and I'll talk to you then. Thanks for being here. Bye.